Hello, what's up, everybody? Hi, I'm back. How's everyone doing? Well, I'm sure I'm gonna have to give everybody a couple minutes to come on in, of course. But I know I've had some requests on, or I've had some questions on when we're gonna start doing our lives again. So we're all set up. My excellent hubby got me all fixed up with a webcam and got me a setup going,
And the kids.
and the kids. Yeah, it was a group effort, but more the boy group effort than myself. I was just like, okay, this looks good here, that looks good there. I was just kind of a bystander. The boys did everything. They did all the manual labor, if you want to call it that. But we are here tonight. We are set up and ready to go, doing something a little bit different than I've done in any of the other lives. We're actually doing a canvas tonight. Crazy, right? Never done a canvas on a live before, so here we are. I've pretty much got everything prepared for the most part, so it's not going to take a super long time. So going to give everybody a couple minutes. I've got the product out. Everything that I've used and am going to use is here in the craft area. Once Mr. Caden lets me know when people start showing up, then I'll start going through what I did here and there and whatnot. Not a whole lot of prep work, not a whole lot of stuff left to do. It's going to be more gluing everything down and doing some of the waxes and add-ons of some of the embellishments. That's pretty much what's left. My nails are a little dirty because I've been busy behind the scenes and working, and of course putting this piece together today. So pardon my arty hands a little bit. I apologize. I'm back at work again. So technically where I work, we're not supposed to use fake nails. I got my nails done because I didn't think I was going to be doing that work anymore, but obviously I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it for my last semester of school and then move into something a little more professional, a little more geared towards the degree I'm going to be getting in December. So I'm pretty excited about that. College will be done in December. I graduate. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I've been going for a solid 5 years now, and I'm burnt out. I've been burnt out for about a year now on school, but I'm getting there. Hey, nothing easy is worth having or doing, right? That's what I always tell my kids. It's not easy. There's going to be times where you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be upset and you're not going to want to do it. You're just going to want to give up. But that's the last thing that we need to do is give up. That's going to be, yeah. The easy way is the lazy way. We can't be doing that. Is anybody here yet?
There is one person watching.
There is. But they haven't said hello yet.
No.
Hello. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if you heard me. I was waiting for, a couple people to come in to start showing exactly what it was I did with everything. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of stuff is done. There's not a lot of work left to do. It's mostly adding on embellishments and gluing everything down. Everything you see is not glued. So all of this is going to come off, and I'm going to show you and explain exactly what I did to the canvas. So yeah, that's this is an 8.5 by 11 canvas, by the way, for anyone who is wondering what the size it is I'm working on. It's an 8.5 by 11. So there's that. I'm going to be working with some Prima flowers tonight. These are paper straws there that I cut to suit the canvas. They originally are blue straws. Let me get the original straw to show you what I did. This is the original straw. This is what it originally looked like, was blue. So as you can see, these are not blue. I changed them. I painted them. I first painted them with black gesso, as originally I was going to keep them black. But then my hubby actually had a great suggestion. He was like, you know what, you got the little yellow here in your flowers. He was like, why don't you try to find something that's more that color to bring out the buds of the flowers. And I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. Sometimes our men just have good ideas. And this is the yellow. So let me show you. I'm going to pull it up for you. And the camera should focus pretty well.
It is actually focused pretty well.
This is Finnabair's Art Extravagance Yellow Rust. So it's a rust effect paste is what this is. So let me open it up. It does have like a little lid, but this is what it looks like. So as you can see, I've used a lot of it. A lot of it is gone. I really like this stuff. Let me blow that off. All right, so that's what the straws are colored with, as well as the wings. The wings were originally clay. I use the DOS clay, the DOS from Hobby Lobby.
Towards you.
DAAS is the brand. I have tried paper clay by Prima, but honestly, I don't really care for it. It's really light, and it is really easy to use. Like, it's really easy in your hands, and it's not as tough as this stuff is. But honestly, I don't like the weight of it. The weight is very, it's just like it says, paper clay, and it tends to curl more. I made some other molds, and literally, like, they dry, and I've even reshaped them while they're still just a little bit wet, but they still end up curling. So I just don't use paper clay because I tend not to use my molds like immediately. I've seen some videos where people will use the paper clay and put them in their molds, and they'll use it immediately to like shape around a bottle or on a canvas or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. It's just my experience. Everybody's different. I'm not saying it's not a good product. It's a great product. I personally just don't care for it. I really like the weight of the DOS clay. So that's why I use the DOS. Well, it's been probably a good 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting into it, whether we've got multiple viewers or not. I put a shout out on Instagram and Facebook about 4 hours before the live anyway. So it's not like people had what they're used to. They're used to like a 24 to 36 hour time frame. I usually put up a poster sooner, but I didn't because I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to do a live. So my mother-in-law, she was in the hospital, and we just went and got her today. So I didn't want to put anything up yesterday because I wasn't sure what I was going to do and all that good stuff. So now, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and start taking everything off. I know the general placement, though, so I'm just going to go with it. These are mitt form castings. They're fabulous. I'll talk about those a little bit more later. This is a Prima mold. It's a Prima mold. It's originally a white frame. It's originally a white frame. As you can see, white on the back, but it's a beautiful frame too. I love the intricacies of this frame and the way that it looks. But yeah, so this is a Prima marketing frame, and this is also I don't know. I think it's clay acrylic. It's also from Prima. This is a Prima product as well. Yep. So. And then, like I said, this is an 8.5 by 11 canvas. I used this stencil. This is the Crafters Workshop stencil is what this is, and it has words on it. As you can see, the words are on the canvas here. Let me kind of bring it up to you just a little bit so you can see some of the intricacies on here. The words and stuff and how the words are originally the Rust Effect Paste by Finnabair. This is the brown color. This is brown. It's not focused.
It was focused on the paper.
Oh, okay. So let me put that down. Brown. Anyways, yeah. This is the Rust Effect Paste Brown by Prima Marketing Finnabair. It's a little chunky.
Okay.
But that is what the words are. This is the paste I used with the stencil. And all around the canvas, as you see, we've got the brown, the burlap color. I went ahead and did that on the sides to show off some of what's on the molds here. As you see, it's the same color, and it's the Impasto paint by Finnabair again. A lot of Finnabair products tonight. A lot of Prima Marketing Finnabair. A lot of it. So, and I'm not going to use any more of this. I kept this out to show you guys what product I'm using tonight to make this canvas. Again, you can use whatever paints you have. I'm blessed to have won giveaways and have a very good friend who has sent me some of her extra stuff. So, and this I actually won as a giveaway from Phoebe Tanasaki, I believe is how you say her name. She's from Japan, and this was one of the things that she sent me in a giveaway that I won from her. So there's that. So I'm just going to put the Impasto paint aside. I'm not going to use any more of the brown paste, so I'm going to put that aside as well so the screen's not cluttered with a bunch of product. My canvas is upside down. I've got to have my words right. And then when it was dry, when the paste from the stencil was dry, I sprayed on some of this Tattered Angels Antique Brown. Is what I did. I sprayed that straight onto the canvas to give it the brown gray color that you see back there. So that's what the whole canvas is sprayed with. And I accidentally I squirted out too much of the burlap paint when I was painting some of the embellishments. So I went ahead and just watered the remaining of what I had down and splattered the canvas with it. Originally wasn't going to splatter the canvas, but I was like, this is such a waste. And I tried to open it up. Unfortunately, you can't put any product back in that little hole. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to figure out a way to use it. So that's what I did. I just went ahead and splattered the canvas a little bit with the excess paint that I had drawn out. So that explains the entire canvas and the background to where it is right here, to what you see. That is what I did to make the background. So now, let's see, black gesso. I did use black gesso on the heart and all of the product. So anything that has black on it is that black gesso, the heavy black gesso. I like heavy gesso. I will say I like it because the coverage is better. So you can get whatever gesso you want, but honestly, like white, and depending on what you're painting over too, I guess. But that's my experience. I just prefer heavy gesso. I've learned that myself the hard way because I bought a long while back, and I still have a ton of it. So just FYI on the gesso, it's better to just invest in heavy gesso. It really is just better. So to adhere everything tonight, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. So we're going to start by adhering the frame. So here we go. I'm glad to be back. Are you glad to be back, Caden?
I am.
I know school has started, and he's been getting ahead on his work. He's doing great. You're joining a science team, right? Want to tell him a little bit about that?
It's the Science Olympiad. I think I'm saying that right.
Yep.
We'll go with it. We meet every Wednesday evening, but every Wednesday is a practice for certain Saturdays. It's an all-day event. It's an all-day event where we compete against other schools in a science, almost STEM kind of thing. And
That's
a STEM
really
kind
cool.
of challenge. It's really cool.
I'm proud of you, buddy. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
So we're going to adhere the frame right there. I just wanted to put that there so I knew exactly where to put the frame, because this is going to fit right in the middle of where that is, and I didn't want it hanging off the canvas. Yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and adhere this other larger piece, so that way I've got my large pieces down. So we're going to adhere layer after layer. That's what we're going to do. So like I said, I got a lot of prep work done. so we're not going to be here all night. I've never done a Canvas on a live. This is the first Canvas we're ever making on a live, but I thought I'd try it because it is something different. Because I always usually do paper projects, whether it's ATCs or cards, tags, like with paper product and stuff. I've never done a Canvas. So I was like, you know what? For our comeback, let's do a Canvas for a change. Let's do a Canvas. And you see how it has those little spider things going on with this glue? All you have to do is get like a pencil. Can I have that pencil right there, bud?
Yes.
Just get like something, not necessarily something sharp, but just something to get in between the grooves and just take those spiders out. Just
Spider webs.
spider webs, yeah. That's all you got to do is just break them. Not a big deal. Because they will show through, by the way. They will show through. And it will look like a spider like had fun with your canvas or
You know, that would be good on a
piece of
Halloween one, though.
I did that with some cards I've made recently. I shared a card last night I'm making with Mystic Mutant Creation stamps. And I glued on some Scraponique chipboard. And I was like, you know what? I think the spider webs would actually look good. And it really did actually make the project.
Yesterday?
It's not that I learned it. It's just I was like, oh, that would be cool looking because it just fits the project.
So you've noticed it before?
I've noticed that it has spider like webs. Oh yeah, that's why I usually always use a pencil to stop it. Because I typically don't want the spider web. Like on something like this, I definitely don't want the spider webs going on.
This looks more elegant almost.
Right, it is. It's supposed to be more elegant and clean. It's
It's
supposed to be something clean, you know. It's supposed to be a clean project.
Right.
Something pretty, something a little elegant, a little ornate maybe. When I first came up with this this idea, I thought of industrial chic is kind of what I thought of, because I do have some gears and I have some, you know, I got flowers, of course. So yeah, that was the idea I kind of came up with. It was like industrial chic, and that's why I wanted to use the browns. So, FYI. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue down the straws I created here, like I showed you before. I've got to make sure that the longer straw is on the bottom, because as you see, there's more room here on the bottom than there is on the top. So I don't want that going on.
Don't want that backwards now.
So use some more Fabri-Tac here to glue them on. If you have any questions, please let me know or say hi. I'm used to interacting with you guys. Like I said, I know I didn't give a shout out or anything yesterday, but I would love to hear from you. See how you're doing. What's up? What's up? Is there anybody watching at this time?
There is one person watching.
There still is one person. Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, this is the longer one. So we're going to glue the longer one here. We got to make sure it's straight. I'm a little OCD. CDO. So when it's supposed to be straight, it should be straight. That's just me. Everybody's a little different. So, but when it's supposed to be straight, it should be straight. Gosh dang it. That's my feelings on it. Yeah. So I'm hoping it'll be a fairly quick video. I know normally some of my lives can end up being like anywhere between
2 hours.
An hour to 2 hours long. Yeah, usually I would say on average about an hour and a half. On average, if you look in my past or any of the live videos from before Typically, it's about an hour and a half. But I have had a 2-hour stream. But again, that 2-hour, did I glue the wrong? No, they're the same size. The 2-hour stream, actually there was some talking at the end of the stream. So it wasn't like I was doing art anymore. We were just having fun conversating and talking with one another. That's why it lasted so long. So just FYI. Okay, I know this straw in the middle is going to come down further than any other straw. So, and I remember that the top straw here, the left straw is going to go that far up. It's almost towards the end of the like literally towards the end of the canvas there. And then this one is a little bit, see how they're staggered? I didn't want them straight. So that's why they're there. So, and I'm not going to glue the whole straw on the back. I'm only going to glue the ends here. So I'm going to go one straw at a time so I kind of have a good idea on where to place the glue. So it looks like here. All right, there. As well as right about here. Right? Because we don't want, excess glue just hanging out, whatever. We don't want that. So, there we go. Again, we're going to go towards the end of the canvas. And that one's going to go right about there. See? Good. Good, good, good.
It looks nice.
So then this glue is going to go about here and here. So there and there. There and there is where the glue is going to go. So I'm going to glue this side first since it's, a little further down. And you can use this glue kind of like hot glue. So when you go about it, you can do like what you would do with hot glue like this. So just FYI. FYI. So this one goes, since I have a little excess on the bottle there, I'm just going to do that. I do make like sound effects and stuff, so don't mind me. I don't know if you're if you watch my videos all the time, I'm not sure, but I do tend to sing and have a good time. So don't mind me. It's just a part of who I am, part of my lives. It's just something I do. So let me know if you're like, this lady's crazy, or if you don't like it. Ooh. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, I got that misplaced. Okay, there we go. So I want that to be the long straw. Okay. But I didn't want it coming off of the frame, like inside the frame. I wanted it just to be, Then this one's going to go right about there. So I'm going to need to glue it here, right there where my finger was. Okay. See, it's like spider webbing.
Webbing.
So I got the glue there, and then I'm going to want it again about right here.
Jess,
Yeah.
could you do the thing where you're trying to adjust the camera or to autofill? Because it's flashing like it. It's not doing it anymore. Wait. Now it's good.
So then this one's going to go right about here. Right? Okay. So there, we pretty much have our straws in place. Okay, because those are the bottom layers. We're going to go layer by layer by layer. So And there are a few products that I don't know if you can see them on the side or not, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use them or not use them. So if you kind of want to help me out, that'd be awesome. Or if you have any suggestions or anything like that, let me know. I was thinking of distressing the wings with some black Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink, just to kind of make them stand out a little more. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that before I glue them down, because it'll be much easier to do now than it would be when they're in place. That's for sure. If you know anything about inking, yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and ink the sides a bit. As you can see, I'm just literally kind of brushing it. I'm just brushing it on just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. So there it is. Oh, I think I kind of just, and I will say I like this black black ink by Simon Says Stamp, and I'll tell you why. I've always used archival black, not intense, but just black ink. And in my experience, it's good. You know, before I had the Simon Says Stamp black, I liked it very much. But once I started using this intense black from Simon Says Stamp, oh my goodness, it is intense black. They mean intense black. So the color is just much truer. It's more black, if that makes any sense. I hope I'm not sounding like a crazy person.
That makes sense.
It's much darker.
Black.
It's an intense black. It really is an awesome intense black. This is the only other black ink I've used. I don't know about other companies, but I really, really suggest using this black ink over archival black ink. And that includes the Distress ink by Tim Holtz as well. They're not bad products. I'm not trying to talk bad about them. All I'm saying is that it's a better intense black.
Miss D said hi there.
Hey, what's up, girlfriend? Someone saying hi. I know we had a viewer, but I wasn't sure. They haven't said anything, so I gotta re-glue this straw. It didn't glue. I must have placed my glue a little too far up, so I can see that it's moving. Hey! Glad you're here. Thanks for coming in. How are the kids and everything? I know you're usually pretty busy. Thanks for coming in tonight. Thank you. And did I do it again? Oh my God, no, oh my goodness. Did I? Do I need to just move it up a little bit? Maybe I just need to move it up a little bit.
Maybe you could glue the frame itself.
Well, the frame is glue. Oh, put glue on the frame.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying. I think I got it now, though. Yeah, it's good now. It's not moving. See, like before it was actually coming up. See, that one's not, and I'm barely touching it, so it's not coming up. Okay. That was bothering me. Sorry, my CDO was just like, going crazy. I couldn't stand it. So.
Miss D said she's working on a school tree for Cora's pre-K teacher.
Oh, sweet. Helping out, huh? Way to go, girlfriend. It's not easy, huh? Some hard work right there. Patience and all that good stuff. So that's where the heart is supposed to go. Now, before I glue anything else down, I would like your suggestions on using waxes. I wasn't sure because I don't want to glue the heart and wings on and then miss, some of this stuff. So I was thinking of using, I don't know if that one's going to be good. That one looks like it's going to stand out more. Okay, so I think I answered my question. So I thought about using some of this wax. This is the white gold metallic Prima Marketing Finnabair, just to highlight some of the orange and to highlight the wings. So instead of ruining anything, or if I don't like it, what we're going to do is, and anybody can do this, what you do is you get a little bit on your finger there and dab it off a little bit on your, thumb or paper or whatever you want to do, and kind of see what it looks like.
Miss D said, "How do you get the purple stars?" And she said, "I was a preschool teacher, but I powdered them."
Aha! So
The-
you've already got the ends.
The purple stars are a background image. We found a royalty-free image on Google, purple stars, and we used that for the background. So it wasn't just plain black there.
Yeah, this is, I didn't really communicate or say anything because I really didn't know how many people were there, or if they were really, paying attention, or what. I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude. I just didn't want to, tonight is our first live again since the move. So tonight is a test run. We're going to be fixing some things basically. So this is, we couldn't get normally we can pan out the whole video to where you can see the whole video screen, but we were just getting done with everything about 8:30, 8:45 as far as the camera setup is, and 10 minutes before 9, pardon me, we ran into a volume issue. No, we were silent. So my husband had to frantically be like, "Oh my goodness, how we gotta get this fixed." So that's why the stars are in the background. Are they distracting at all? Is it distracting? I'm just curious.
Miss D said, "Looks like it's only me." She said, "Turn the camera landscape. It looks like it's in a portrait." What do you mean?
Turn the camera landscape.
I don't know if she means tilted or. No, it's bright.
It's bright?
I think she might have been talking about the. I don't know. What is bright? The camera landscape? I don't know.
Not sure. Honestly, I'm not
It's not zoomed in.
I'm not the tech person. My husband and son do a lot of the tech for me. I actually don't mess around with the tech much. So if I have to fix anything or do anything, it's hard to do in the middle of a stream, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
It's not focused.
Okay.
She said turn it sideways.
Turn what sideways?
Turn it sideways. She said, "It's okay, love, the color it pops." Probably talking about the stars.
Huh. I'm not sure. What do I need to turn? Do I need the camera?
It's not focused. We can't really move the camera much. So this is a close-up of the canvas.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the canvas to focus. You said it wasn't in focus?
I get it.
Is it in focus now?
It's in focus now.
Okay, so I just needed to kind of do a little something. So yes, so now I'm just using some of that wax just to kind of highlight the straws a bit. Yeah. I know the canvas is kind of crooked right now, but I'm doing that on purpose. So I have a decent angle of what I'm doing here.
It in focus. Yes, it's in focus.
Yeah, this is the first mixed media canvas I'm actually doing on camera, or on a live, shall I say. I have been recently a part of a YouTube hop, the Crafty Sisters YouTube hop. So that was my very first edited anything. I've never done an edited video on YouTube, and I was like, you know what? This is my opportunity to learn how to start editing. So my husband, he did the editing for me, but I sat there with him trying to figure out exactly how to do it, how it's done. So that way I can start doing it myself. I'm sure I'm going to have to ask him some questions here and there, but for the most part, I'm going to try to do it on my own. He was like, I don't mind doing it for you, babe. It gives me, something to do, and I don't mind helping you. And he thinks it's fun doing the all the work and stuff. He's like, it's fun for me, So I don't know. I appreciate the help, of course.
Miss D said, I love it. Very cute. Love the colors. The straws make it look awesome.
Yeah, that was the color was actually my husband's advice because of the flowers I'm going to be using tonight. They have that yellowy, orangey, rusty looking bud in the middle, and he was like, you know what? It'd be cool for some of your embellishments to actually have that color, and he was right. And I'm glad I took his advice because it makes it pop so much better. Because before it was all black and brown. It was a lot of black and brown. That's all I can really say. So now I'm just distressing this heart. Not distressing. I guess I'm waxing the heart, shall I say? I'm waxing it with white gold. So the letters, the words on the actual heart stand out better. Hopefully this doesn't make the camera unfocus really bad again. Maybe I'll just
more your way.
More my way.
Yes.
So there is the heart. This is a heart mold by Stampira. So I just use it's a one of those like a plastic flexible one, whatever you want to. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. It works out. So yes, there's that, and then the heart's going to go here. The heart's going to go right in the middle, right there. That's where it's going to go. Right? I think we did the distressing pretty good there. Again, this is our first live since the move, so there's going to be some mishaps here and there. We're learning. It's a learning process. It's a new room. It's a new everything. So we're working out the kinks and trying to figure this out. So I don't know if you heard the dog barking, but she's barking because someone is here to work with Grandma. She just got out of the hospital today. We just brought her home. A lot has been going on around here lately. It's just so much has been going on. It's been really hard for us to even get our everyday stuff done. A lot of stuff has changed. We're still trying to work everything. I mean, the house is all put together and everything like that. It's not that. It's just there's just been a lot going on. That's all I can really say.
Miss D says, need more color to me. Can you lighten up the heart?
Can I lighten up the heart? Oh, the heart needs more color?
Yeah, need more color to me. Can you lighten up the heart? Never mind, you got it with the wings.
Okay. Yeah, it's not all put together just yet. It's supposed to tie in. It's all tying in eventually with the flowers and everything else. It should, and I've got some copper pieces I'm going to be using. So yeah, and I thought about using some mica flakes. We'll see. I'm not sure. That's the only thing that's not done yet. Was the wax and gluing. So.
Jonathan is here.
Oh wow.
Says hi, Katie. Miss Jonathan.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm sure he's glad to talk to yous.
Yes.
He hasn't seen. I know he was trying to come over last weekend, right?
Weekend before, I think.
I thought it was the week. Oh yeah, weekend before because it was the weekend of going to school.
Miss D said, when you're done, you can send it my way.
You like it? I'm liking the way it's coming together too. It's actually I love my husband's suggestion with the orangey color from the flowers. I was going to use some pop-ups because it didn't look like the wings were going to stay, but I think they are going to stay. So,
She likes it. She says yes.
What?
What?
All right, my hands are going to be messy. It's just the way it's going to be. I'm not going to stop and wash my hands in the middle of a live. I'm sorry. Some people, it's crazy. Some people get really offended by, I've seen comments on other people's videos, like they're offended by someone's dirty hands. I've been just like, but isn't art supposed to be dirty though? Like, aren't you supposed to be kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Like, I thought art is a messy thing. I didn't realize messy hands could offend people, but I guess some people, yeah. But whatever, I'm not here to impress, right? I am not here to impress with my pretty, clean, perfect hands, right? Right, Dee?
Impress with your art.
Right? I am not here to impress with my pretty hands. I mean, this is not what it is all about.
Dee said, no, not me, you're creating.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Some of the things I've seen on comments, I'm just like, really? Oh, okay. I mean, not mine, but other people's videos. I've just been really surprised by some of the comments on some people's videos. Not that I go through a bunch of videos and read their comments, but I mean, I do have some friends, that I, comment on, on YouTube and stuff, and I've just been kind of like, wow, okay, like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all, It's just kind of, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, I don't, just like, that's the way I kind of live life, is if you don't have something nice, and that's what I tell my kids, if you don't have something nice to say about somebody, or about what they're doing, or whatever the case may be, just don't say anything at all. Like, just don't. Just refrain from even saying anything. It's just not necessary. Why put that kind of energy and karma out into the universe? It's just, that's why I was going to put a thing underneath. Okay. Maybe I can just lift the heart up a bit. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift the heart up a bit so it's not going to weigh down those wings. So that's what I'm going to do.
Miss P said, when I draw, I have to CK, I'm going to go with check my hand because of pencil, but that's mixed media. It comes out different each time.
Right?
I'm going to go with CK as check.
Me too. That's what it seems like to me. That's what I would take it as. So I'm just using these pop-up dots to pop up the heart a bit so it's not weighing down those wings. Because I don't want those wings to be weighed down and, messing up the feng shui of the whole canvas here. And I'm going to use glue on the back of these because I want it to be completely permanent. I know I've said this before in my lives, but I don't want anything to come off. I want it to be permanent. It's not going to move. It's not going to come off unless you are just belligerently not nice to the canvas. Like, unless, like, you literally have to tear it apart. Like, you would have to, like, be forcibly mean and mean to the canvas in order for this stuff to come off.
So how's everyone liking the canvas so far?
So far, so good, everybody. Again, this is my first canvas on a live. I've never done a canvas. Be nice to me. This is my first one, and I just created the idea this afternoon. I didn't even start working on it till about 11 o'clock this morning. That's when I started putting the pieces together and started, messing with it. So just FYI.
Miss D says, I'm learning about the Fabri-Tac and Jonathan says yes.
Thank you. Yeah, Fabri-Tac is awesome. I do enjoy Fabri-Tac a lot. I used to always use Eileen's Tacky Glue. But a couple of friends recently turned me on to Fabri-Tac, and one of them actually sent this bottle to me. So I actually haven't bought any Fabri-Tac of my own yet. She sent this to me to try it, to see if I liked it. So now I know I like Fabri-Tac. It's great. It doesn't have any leftover residue like Tacky Glue does. Tacky Glue if let's say I glue this here and I'm just like, oh no, or it moves, or so, let's just say tacky glue's on the back of it. If I move it or something, you will see the paint on here. It will kind of change the color of the paint with tacky glue. So I've kind of learned Fabri-Tac doesn't do that. So just, I don't know, and FYI on that. So, okay. Next is going to be this layer, the layer of metals. The metals are going to go, this metal, this is Mitform castings. They are super heavy. They're not light. So I wouldn't use them on paper projects unless you're going to back it with some cardboard. Because they are very heavy. It's heavy like, probably, if I were to compare weight, it's probably the weight of a couple of dollars of quarters. Just this one piece of casting.
That's heavy.
So it's really heavy. Like, I don't have a scale or anything to show you what the weight is, but it's really heavy metal. Same thing with this. All of their castings are super heavy. That's the best way I can explain that.
And you're going to use it on the canvas?
And I would suggest using it on canvas. If you insist on using it on a paper project, like I said, or a scrapbook layout, use a cardboard backing or something. It doesn't have to be super heavy cardboard. I thought I had like a piece of cardboard here as an example, but it doesn't look like I do. I don't know. But like cardboard that comes like in your packaging when you buy craft supplies, or when you get a like do a swap with somebody and they have those thinner sheets of cardboard, something like that. Not the cardboard that has the corrugated on the inside. No, not that heavy, but heavy enough. This piece is supposed to go on the heart right there. This says Inspire. It's another Mitform casting. The weight is the same. I would say it's just as heavy, actually, if not heavier, because it's got that extra rim of metal around here on the word. So, but that's where that's supposed to go. It's supposed to go right there on top.
Miss B says, never did a swap before.
No, never did a swap. Oh, swaps are a lot of fun. I didn't start doing swaps really until about this year. I started doing them in My Rusty Crown Facebook group, My Rusty Crown Inspiration Facebook group. Say that 3 times fast. And then I started doing it in Dream It, Imagine It, Create It. That's a Facebook group as well. I'm actually involved in a swap in that group right now where I'm going to be making seasonal tags. So I've got to make one tag for every season. So spring, summer, fall, and winter. So I've got to make a tag for each season, which I haven't done yet. But it's not due till September something, the first week of September, something like that. So that's something I have to do, but not yet.
Miss Ryan says, OMG, I didn't know you were back on Live Crafts again. Awesome.
Hey, what's up, love? How are you? Yeah, I did a shout out earlier, just like 4 hours before the live, and was like, okay, everybody, we're going to do a live tonight. So there really wasn't much of a heads up for anyone. Not many people knew I was.
There was barely a heads up for us.
I mean, there was barely a heads up for us. As of last night, I didn't know if we were even going to do one, to be honest. I was wanting to do one last night, but my project I was working with at the time to do it, I wasn't happy with. The colors just weren't coming out right. And I was like, you know what, we're just not going to do one tonight. So yeah, there went that, but we're on flowers now. So we're getting there. Now I'm trying to figure out, I'm placing the flowers so that way I know where definitively to place my casting. Because I want a lot of the casting to show. I don't want to hide half the casting. Why do that? Why hide half of my piece of metal there? I don't want to hide half of it. But this is kind of how the flowers were supposed to go. Because I don't want to hide a lot of my stuff. I just kind of want to embellish and kind of go around the heart. That's kind of where I was at. So I believe this flower goes down and this flower goes on top. Yes, I believe that's how it went. And placement really matters. I don't know how many, or if you've watched a lot of my lives, guys, but placement, D, right? It really matters. So the way you place stuff, it's if you don't place it just right, it can ruin everything. No matter what product you're using, you could be using the best product the world has to offer, like some of these, the Finnabair molds and the metal castings and the Prima flowers and all the Prima products. Obviously, I'm using tonight. I know a lot of us, we love Prima, but they are some of the most expensive products out there. No matter what you're using, if you don't place it right, you're screwed. I'm sorry to say it, but it's going to look like junk. So yeah, and I've learned that the hard way myself. So just FYI, placement stinking matters a whole lot. So that's why I'm kind of playing with the flowers to make sure the flowers are exactly where they need to be. Because if they're not exactly where they need to be, then I might as well just, not even put them there.
And that's Ryan said, how's school for you guys? Abby starts kindergarten tomorrow, so I can't stay and watch for just a few more minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, how's school going? You tell her.
School's
Caden's here.
I'm here. School's going good. We're only 4 days in. I think tomorrow will be the 5th day. And nothing much has really happened. I've been invited to a science Olympiad and a math. I can't remember what it's called. Almost math competition.
Yes, it's in the mornings, right?
Yeah, the meets are in the mornings.
Yep. Because you're just that awesome.
You have to wake up.
He's going great. He's doing really good. Tanner's really enjoying it too. He actually came home today and was like, "Guess what, guys? Nobody has made fun of my my height. Nobody has bullied me." Is actually what he said. He was like, "I haven't been bullied once about my size." I think those were his words. At his old school at Apollo in Titusville, a lot of the kids were a lot bigger than he is. He's small for his size. It's not like he's underweight or anything. It's just he's short. He gets that from me as of right now. That doesn't mean he isn't going to eventually just sprout. Caden was actually very small too. I just don't think he was quite as small as Tanner. So Tanner does have a bit of a height thing. He's kind of short for his age. But at this school, I guess it's working out a lot better for him. He's much happier with the way he's being treated, I guess you could say. People really, I guess they really gave him a hard time at his other school. They weren't very nice to him as far as his height was concerned. So that really upset him. And I can't blame him. I would be upset too. You know, it would hurt my feelings. I remember getting made fun of. You remember Ryan? Oh, by the way, Miss D, Ryan is I call her sister because we've been friends since we were 7 years old. So, and I'm 35. So you can just do the math on that. We've been best friends for ages. So she's my sister. So actually my sons call her she's Aunt Ryan. So, and her children are my godchildren. So yeah, we've been friends forever and ever and ever.
Miss Ryan said, "I do remember school."
Yeah, it was rough, wasn't it? It was rough. It was not easy, especially back in that day. See, at the new school they have here where we live now, there's actually not necessarily. It's a uniform, but it's not like a uniform like you would think of a uniform. Like it's not like.
It's like a more strict dress code.
Yeah, they have to wear
t-shirts.
Yeah, they have to wear certain colored polos and certain colored shorts. They can't have graphics on their shirts, anything like that. So the bullying, I remember going to school when we were in school. It really stinking mattered what you wore and what brand you wore and shoes and all that kind of stuff. That stuff really mattered back in the day. So I remember getting bullied all the time because we didn't, even we didn't have the coolest clothes. We weren't wearing Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister and Tommy Hilfiger. Oh my God. Like, just, so, go ahead.
Miss B said, awesome, have friends since 7th grade. She does.
Oh, you have friends since 7th grade?
And Ryan says, Robert says it's Fayetteville Christian.
Fayetteville Christian did have that they didn't have they didn't have a uniform, but you had to wear, girls had to wear dresses and, let me think. We had to wear dresses, and depending on what kind of dress it was, we had to wear tights with it. We had to wear kind of like dress shoes, but not dress shoes, if you know what I mean. What else? Let's see. I will say there was a little bit of a popularity contest there too. Come on, Robert, there was. I remember that family. The preacher's son, daughter, and their grandkids. You remember them? I can't remember their names, but you'll know who I'm talking about, Robert. You'll know who I'm talking about. Robert is Ryan's husband.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They've been married since she was 18. They've been married a long time. They've been married for, jeez, oh my God, has it been that long already?
Ryan says the Disney family.
Ah, yes, that family. You know who I'm talking about. Oh gosh, that family wasn't. I'm not on here to gossip. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like I'm gossiping. I'm just more trying to get a point across that clothes and brands and all that kind of stuff mattered back in the day. They don't matter so much anymore, but or at the school where they're at, and that's nice. That's my point. I don't mean to come on here. I don't want to sound like some gossiper, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I feel like that's what I'm sounding like I'm doing, and I apologize. I try not to put that kind of energy out into the universe, and here I go.
Miss B said, when I went to junior high, it was Nike Jordache Gloria versus Style. I wore my Levi's and Kmart sneakers and was proud. Right? See, that's what I wore. Walmart. Unless it was like on super clearance or something. Clearance. I didn't wear name brand clothes. I mean, or I bought it myself. My mom, she was like, you know what, if you want these clothes, you want that brand, you want to wear this, you want to do whatever, she's like, you're going to have to buy it yourself. So when I turned 14, guess who got a job? Nah, I got a job. This gal got a job. So yeah, so just, yep. But times have changed, the times are always changing. So there's that. I don't think there's as much bullying, about clothes now. Not like there used to be. There's so many more brands out there now than there was when we were kids. We grew up in the 90s. So, and that's when a lot of that stuff first came out. Well, not like Tommy Hilfiger, but Hollister. I don't think Hollister was been around all that long before then. Abercrombie and Fitch, Express, brands like that. Miss B says Walmart wasn't around then, Bull. Right? Well, Ryan and I come from the home of Walmart, Bentonville, Arkansas. That's where, I didn't grow up in Bentonville, but I mean, I grew up in Fayetteville. You said I grew up in the 80s. You grew up in the 80s, okay. Oh, and Ryan's going to leave. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but. No, you're fine. You got to go, Miss Ryan. She says, love you guys. I've got to get off here now. Love you. Thank you for stopping in, dear. Thank you. Wally World. Oh, bye, gosh. Heaven help you. Love you. Be safe with all them crazy people. We're about done anyways. We're literally just doing... We got it done within an hour, too. Doing some of the last minute type things. I was going to ask you guys if you think I should add any of the... Robert said love you, too. Love you. Hugs and kisses. If I should add any of the extra
embellishments. The only thing left was going to be to add the mica flakes and or the copper beads, which I think I might end up using the copper beads because I think they'll go really well with the orangey rust color we've got with the wings and the straws. So I was going to put this flower here. What do you think? Do you think I should put that little flower there, or should I just, I don't know. I liked it at first when I was playing around, but I don't know that I like it so much anymore. But the thing is I don't really like that white bead that's showing through.
Miss E says yes.
Okay, good, because I really didn't like that white bead showing through. I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie. I really didn't like it. It was driving me mad. I don't like the white, because there's really no white or no pearl on this canvas. So that's what we're going to do. We're going, ooh, bubbles!
Bubble.
Just break the bubble on the back here, and we're just going to use the excess that squeezed out of that bottle.
Miss E said, but that metallic back in it.
Put the metallic back in it.
Like that metallic way it's being done. So, yeah, but that metallic back in it. Metal.
Yeah.
Metal back in it, not metallic, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't, I didn't like that pearly color because we ain't got no pearls going on here. What? Do you see any pearls going on here? I don't see no pearls. Nuh-uh. So, now it was just more, oh, you know what I could have done? Should I do the butterfly here, Misty? Do you think I should do the butterfly instead, or do you think I should just add the butterfly? Oh, I forgot about the button. See, this is what happens when I forget about my embellishments I've got around here. What do you think? Do you think I should keep them?
Yes.
So should I take the bud off and just put the butterfly there?
I think she did butterfly add.
Just add it?
Add the butterfly.
So add the butterfly to the
I'm
bead.
waiting for her response.
That looks a little high. I feel like it's gonna, I don't know. I'm thinking,
Yes. So just add the butterfly on there, I guess.
but yeah, see how it sits a little more, we can always do the wings up a little bit more. But I'm thinking that the butterfly is going to be better than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little more glue to that. All right, there we go. And there we go. That's better. I like it.
Love it.
Okay. There we go. That looks much better. Much better.
It's hard to see depth from a top photo.
It is kind of hard. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. You're 100% right. It just didn't look, it looked too up. It was higher than the heart and this, yeah, and the flowers and everything was just like, ooh. Now to the metal. Do we want to add white gold to this, or do we just want to keep it the bronze color? Well, I don't know that it's necessarily bronze. It's more brass. So do we want to add this to the top of it? Not the letters, but more just the rim of it, like the heart and what's on the wings, to kind of highlight it a little more. Let's try it on the back just to see what it would look like. Okay, so this is what it would look like instead of the brass color. So there's the brass, and then here's the white gold. Hopefully you can see that. Brass.
If you could put it up a little more.
White color, or white gold.
It's not focusing.
White gold, maybe? Can you see it?
Yes, looks good, white gold.
Brass, okay. I thought the white gold might be pretty good too. So, oops. So I'm going to go ahead and add some white gold. And again, tap off some of the excess wax. And I don't want to I don't think I want to add white gold to the words. I just want to add it to the rims. The rim of the piece. I don't want to get rid of the words, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I want to keep the words original as they are. So, and you can always go back to where your thumb is and just get a little bit more of that wax, the excess wax. Okay. Yeah, I think that highlights it a lot better. I think that looks really good like that. Thank you, Miss D. Thank you, thank you. I think that, oh, wow. Yeah, see? That really makes it stand out so much better on the piece. Okay, perfect. So I guess my next question would be, do I want to add any to the other pieces? No, it's too late now. We're just going to highlight that one, and that's the way it's going to be. So now we can go ahead and attach this. So we're just going to attach this to the heart. There's not a whole lot left to do. Now it's mostly adding those last touches, not last minute. Last touches is what I'm going to go with. So we're going to make this look kind of in the middle here. There we go.
Miss D says just that one.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, it's too late now anyways. I would be messing with the flowers, and it would probably be a mess. So I think it's perfect like that. It highlights the word and not anything else. And I think that's great. I think that's very inspiring. See what I did there?
Mm-hmm. You know something I never noticed?
What's that?
Something I just noticed. Your hair hasn't been in the...
It hasn't been in the video the whole time, right? Okay. So now the last bit is to add some of these micro beads. So I guess I should go up real slow so the camera has a chance to focus.
There you go.
These are micro beads, copper micro beads by Prima Marketing Finnabair. Oh wait, I should have taken that slower, shouldn't I? So it has time to refocus. Is it good?
No.
Micro beads, micro beads.
There you go.
All right, perfect. Okay, will you actually get my mixed media gel over there, the Finnabair mixed media?
3D matte gel?
Yes. 3D matte gel and a paintbrush, like a small paintbrush.
The one that looks like a triangle?
Like a tiny, no, not the triangle one, just one that's real tiny. Like a tiny, yeah. That's good. Perfect. Hi, guys. So, so we're just going to use a real small brush. As you can see here, it's real small. And some 3D matte gel. Go ahead.
Miss D said, I've been off work for 2 weeks. Boss gave me 105 daycares to add to contact. She said I can do on my time. I love my job.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. You're such a lucky lady. Way to go. How are you enjoying your time off? Well, obviously you're staying busy. I mean, with school and everything else. The kiddos. All right, so now we're just going to add some of these beads. And now I'm trying to decide where. Where do I want to add some of these beads? How about here around the middle? Here and there. A little bit of everywhere. You can always, I see a lot of people actually put gel on, like, okay, let me show you. They just go ahead and put gel on where they want to put beads, and then they get their beads and adhere them. So there, you can do that too. That might be a more efficient way of doing it. Now that I tend to do things the hard way. Yeah. So that's.
Miss B said kids all summer between them jacuzzi every day. They think it's a pool.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, at least it gives you jacuzzi time. Well, then again, they're splashing around. Well, it's hot. Or are you not keeping it hot? Are you keeping it kind of like at a cooler temperature because they are getting in?
Ah, that's hot.
I'm not sure.
I'm waiting for it. It's coming together real nice.
Thanks, bud. It is. It's definitely a different piece. I've never made a piece like this with these colors.
It's Florida, yes, Cool Town.
Oh, you have it on Cool Temp, huh? Well, look at you.
Florida.
So I'm going to put some beads on the butterfly, on the body of the butterfly, just because I think it's going to be cool. I think it'll give the butterfly some more depth and dimension, too.
97 and 99.
97. Okay, that's not too bad.
Oh, Miss D is in Florida?
That's not too bad.
I didn't know that.
Where are you at in Florida? Because we are in Florida. I want to say I knew this. I really do. I want to say I knew this. I could be wrong, but I could swear I knew you were in Florida. Tampa. Okay, we did talk about this. That's okay. It sounded familiar. It did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were in Florida. I forgot. Just so much has been going on here. I told you a little bit about it, with Grandma and hospital, and she just got home today. I don't know if you knew, she was diagnosed with cancer. So we've been going back and forth to Orlando, getting her to the doctors she needs to get to and stuff like that. And, we just started college back too. The kids just started going back to school. It's just been pretty wild. I mean, you know what it's like. I mean, you've been there, done that. You're no stranger to craziness and time management and all that jazz.
Miss D said, "No, I understand."
It's just been pretty wild. And then we moved on top of it. Yeah, on top of it. So we actually moved her into the new place almost a month before we did. The place we moved into is actually my mom and stepdad's. They moved to Florida, I don't know, probably 7-8 years back, something like that. And they finally bought a house a few years ago. Well, his dad ended up getting real sick. And so they just moved, obviously, back to California to help him and help take care of him. Unfortunately, literally an hour and a half after they arrived and went to the hospital and saw him, he passed. I feel like he waited for them to arrive, and then he was like, all right, I'm good now. I saw my son. I can go. I don't know. It's just kind of the way I felt about it. And I know that's how he kind of felt about it too. Of course, it wasn't easy. Because they moved back there to help him and to be with him. And so that was really sad that's what their purpose was when they went back to California, was to be with him and take care of him. And it just, so it's just sad, just sad.
Miss D said Mom had cancer. She passed in 99. She also said he waited for them.
Aw. See, so
even Miss D knows.
Yeah, so you know exactly what we're going through. I'm preaching to the choir is what I'm trying to say. Preaching to the choir here. You know what's going on. You know exactly the feelings and the emotions that come with that. And yeah. I know the canvas is upside down, guys. I know it is. This is just an angle game right now. I'm literally playing with angles and trying to make sure
it's doing the thing again.
Beads are where they need to be. It's doing the thing again. Oh no! Don't do that! Hopefully, is that working?
Miss D said still looks good.
Awesome! Yay! So I'm doing okay. This is the first canvas I've ever made on a live. So I was a little nervous about it. I didn't know what people were going to think because I'm used to doing mostly paper projects because I thought they would be quicker to do on lives, but it's seeming that this canvas, because I did so much work prior to the live, is actually being quicker than, yeah, most of my paper projects. Heh, imagine that, right? What the heck, a Rooney? You wouldn't think that would be the case. At least I wouldn't either. Just, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to add some.
Miss B said, "Who cares if they think it's up to you? It's your creativity."
You're right. I think too much. That's my problem. That's one of my biggest problems in life is I overthink. I think too much. And that sometimes is what's wrong with my artwork sometimes is I overthink a project. I think I was like, oh no, this doesn't look right here. Oh no, that doesn't look right there. And then I ended up not making anything. And that's what happened with my video or what I was going to do last night is I overthought it. I overthought the colors and I overthought the whole thing, and I ended up ruining it. I'm not even joking. I actually had to cover the whole canvas again and white gesso. I had to cover the whole thing again. I was just like, this is not going to work. And I ruined it by overthinking it and doing too much to the project.
Miss B said, "I love how it comes out."
Well, thank you. This is a one of a kind. I have never worked with these colors before. This color palette, well, these colors I have, but not this color palette. I think that's what I'm trying to say. This is an all new color palette for me. I have never worked with these colors.
Miss B
So.
said, "Not me. I just do it and then ask what you think."
I love it. See, I'm starting to get to that point myself in life to where it's just like, you know what? I ain't got time. I don't have time to care. I'm still young. I'm only 35, I guess. I'm still, and I'm about to graduate college. Not that I feel like I'm 25 or anything, but yeah. So I'm still a little bit of an overthinker. I still tend to overthink things and care too much probably of what people think. And that's not a good thing. That's not going to help me. It's not going to help. And that's what's one thing I like to try to stress to my kids is don't worry about what other people think. And here I am, being a hypocrite, worrying too much of what other people think. And it don't matter. You don't like it, move on. That's really what I should be like. Is like, you know what? Screw it. I don't care. You don't like it? Mm-mm. What? I don't know why it's doing that. Because I haven't moved anything, really. Is it still doing it?
Not anymore. I'll tell you if it doesn't.
Okay, so now I'm just adding a little bit more 3D gel to these last straws over here. Well, thank you for coming tonight, Miss D. I really appreciate it. I've actually had a few people ask when I was going to start doing lives again. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. We're going to do a live. I only did a 4-hour heads up, so that's probably why there's really nobody here tonight, because nobody really knows. Not many people, at least. If they do, they're just finding out, or yeah. I did do a shout out like on Facebook and Instagram on my pages, but some people don't get home till late or are watching something else, their favorite show on TV or something like that. They don't, they're not aware that I'm actually doing something. I normally have, I don't know, what do you think, Caden? Anywhere between 4 and 6 viewers typically.
Right, yeah.
On most of my lives.
Sometimes
So
7 or 8.
yeah, sometimes 7 or 8. It really just depends. So yeah, so that's probably why there's not many people here tonight. I hope you don't feel too lonely. But yeah, go ahead.
Miss D said, "What are they going to do?" I'm like, because they didn't like it. You can make more likes.
Right? It really don't matter. Okay. I don't know. Is that enough beads? I don't know that I want to add any beads to the actual canvas.
No.
No, it's not enough beads? Or is that no to something else? I'm probably just...
That's here.
Oh, hey, what's up, babe?
It's tie.
You're so silly. I think I'm going to add that flower there because I do have 2 flowers the same, just to kind of finish off those corners, just to kind of fill in those corners there. What do you think? I think it kind of fills in the corners. Or maybe, oh, shoot a bug. See, I forgot these flowers. These flowers were supposed to go underneath those flowers.
Oh, no.
But you know what? I think they almost stick out like a sore thumb now. What do you think? I think they do. I think they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. They weren't meant to be there. And see, originally I was going to add this frame here, but obviously it's too much. So I'm not going to add that. I think it's just about right as it is.
Love it.
Maybe add that flower there and this flower here, just to kind of, yeah, okay, I like it. Do I want to add one right there? Just to kind of finish it off. Let's fit it in there. It needs to go in there. Nope, I don't like it. This was better up here.
It's decent. Too much.
Too much?
Too much. That 4th flower up there with the other big flowers, I don't think it fits in.
No.
See what I mean? Up there with the sticks, like right above the other 3 flowers.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah.
But we like these flowers though, right?
It's decent, only 3. Yeah.
Okay. Works for me. Hey, it saves me product, right? I can use it on another canvas or whatever piece I choose to use it on. So I'm going to go ahead and close my 3D matte gel here because I don't want it getting all hard on me. That stuff dries really, really fast, by the way. Really fast. It really, I'd say within 15, 20 minutes, whatever you have on it is done. So I don't think we're going to add any mica flakes tonight. See, these are the mica flakes I would have added. Just put some on the can. Nope. See, I just had to look at it. Nope, not going to work. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done. I think we are done. I'm just going to glue on these last little tiny flowers over there. Or should I just, yeah, no, I kind of like the last flowers. I kind of...
It's decent, no flakes.
Yeah, no flakes. I agree wholeheartedly. The flakes were just like, ew. I mean, not the product, but just on the canvas. Like, ew, no, thank you. Okay, so these flowers are actually handmade by Lena Fong, I want to say. Feong is how you spell her last name.
It's decent, tiny flowers, yes.
They are tiny. These are handmade by her. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her on Facebook. She's absolutely amazing. Those are handmade by her. And I handpicked them. So, yeah. She's from Bali, Indonesia. That's where she's based out of. And her prices are absolutely fantastic. And her flower quality is up there with Prima. I'm going to say that. Yes, I'm going to say that. I'm going to go that far, guys. I'm going to go that far.
How could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Yeah, so brave, right? I'm going to say it because her skills, those are handmade, hand cut, the buds and everything.
Oh.
She did it all.
Miss Nellie says, hey!
Hey, Miss Nellie, you're here at the end. Tardy party. I don't know. Did you bring cookies? I don't know if you brought cookies.
I'm super tardy today. Yeah, you are.
Super
I don't
tardy.
even know if you should get all the cookies.
Yeah.
I think you should only get a few. How tardy you were.
Well, this is it. So here we go. Let me see. Hopefully the camera will focus. I'm going to go very slowly up.
It's focused.
and show you guys.
Now it's focused.
This is the canvas. This is an 8.5 by 11 canvas. As you can see, lots of mixed media. Yeah, I'm just trying to move it a bit.
Nellie said, "Girl, I barely brought myself."
How you doing tonight, love? I know it's been kind of rough here and there for you. I'm getting the, but yes, here is the canvas.
Awesomeness.
This is the canvas. This is it. This is the layers. You see the layers. I'm like when I thought, oh, is it focused?
No.
When I thought of this canvas, I knew what I had in mind, but I didn't. I usually don't have a 100% vision, how some people have a clear vision of what they're going to do. I just have an idea, and I kind of go with what I have. I start looking at the product I have and kind of go from there. My idea behind this was industrial chic. So that was my idea, and that's what I went with, and this is what I came up with, as you see. Industrial chic.
Miss Nellie said, "This is absolutely stunning." And Miss D said, "You need to hang that one in your craft room."
Oh, all my art is hung up in here. It's either in my craft room or it's in the all throughout the house.
Nellie said, "I love the great stone looking background."
The
The
gravestone.
words, though, the great stone looking background.
Yeah, it's a Crafter's Workshop stencil. This is the stencil paste. This one is brown. So that's what I used to actually create the words and the texture in the background. So that's what that is.
Nellie says gray, not great. Sorry.
Oh, gray. Yes, the grayish. That is Tattered Angels Antique Brown spray, along with the texture paste with the stencil. As you can see, it did come out more gray than it did brown. With you guys, when you go to buy product and when you go to invest money in stuff, as far as all the sprays I have worked with, that goes to Tim Holtz, that goes with Diane Reveille, Tattered Angels, Lindy's Gang. I'm looking at that Prima spray. Out of all the sprays I've used, Tattered Angels is the least true to their color. The very least true. Out of every single spray I've ever used, they are not true to their color. So I expected this to be a little bit more brown, but like Nellie said, it's actually gray. And I was happy with it, but I wasn't happy with it. So I'm just being honest with you guys. A lot of my sprays are Tattered Angels because I've gotten them at Tuesday morning. Obviously, when the product goes, they don't, whatever. So I've gotten them at literally a fraction of the price. So yeah. But I will say now inside the clear bottle, it looks more brown. It does look more brown, but once you put it on even a white canvas, this was white. This was originally a white canvas. You can see it came out gray. It's not brown at all, antique brown. All right, Miss D, have a good night. We're done. We're good. You're good. Thank you so much for coming in and watching it with me. I really appreciate your time, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great night, and hopefully we will see you again next week. Hopefully it will be a weekly thing, either Wednesday or Thursday nights. Just depends on what Caden's up to and all that good stuff. My hubby sometimes will come and fill in too, so we'll see. It just helps a lot to be able to keep up with the comments and stuff, and instead of having to stop and look at the computer and stuff like that. So.
Miss Nellie said, then the milk form castings look great too. What are the rods?
Oh, the rods are originally a paper straw. Yeah. Right? Crazy, right? This is literally what those rods are. It's a paper straw. And I cut them to see what you see. These are the three in here are the full length. So these are the full length straws. These are 2 straws cut in different sizes, as you see. They're a little bit different sizes. But yeah, it's a paper straw. I painted it with black gesso originally. I was going to keep them black, but then my hubby actually had a great idea. It's like, you know what? I think you should make some of your embellishments the color as the buds on the inside of the flower. And I was like, you know what? That's freaking fabulous. Oh my goodness. Yes. So that's where that whole idea came from. And I think he had an excellent idea. It really brings out, it really makes the canvas pop so much more than how I originally had it. Originally, the wings you see here were the impasto color. Originally, they were just going to be impasto.
Miss B's
with some.
go live next weekend.
Oh, are you? Hopefully, it's in the evening time. I work on the weekends. I'm a waitress while I'm through college. I'm still working as a waitress. I've found that even through college, even going and trying to get a professional job right now, it wouldn't be half of the money that I could make being a waitress. So, unfortunately, I need the quicker money right now, you know, with the move and grandma being sick and stuff. We need that cash. So, I decided to go ahead and continue waitressing. Yeah. So, it's the best money that I can make right now. So, and I'm not trying to be conceited, but I'm pretty damn good at it. I always make about anywhere between 20 and 30% of my sales every single shift, no matter how much my sales are. Whether my sales are $140 or $860 to $1,200, I always make 20% of that at least. So, just to give you, I just can't. Yeah, it's hard to find a professional job up to that par. At the least, I always make $15 to $20 an hour. I can't find a job right now that's going to pay me $15 to $20 an hour. It's just not possible. It's just not. So that's why I continue waiting tables. So maybe a little TMI, but you know, whatever. That's what I do. I'm proud of it. I'm good at it, and that's what I do right now. So. We do what we got to do to take care of our family, and that's what matters. So, yep. Fuck what you heard. Excuse my language, but I don't care. Anyways, so have a great night, Miss D. Thank you for coming in, love. Thank you. I really appreciate your time. Are you still there, Nellie?
I think Nellie's still here.
Hello, is Miss Nellie there?
I think she's still here.
Because we're technically done. I'm still only here right now because you're here. Because Miss D was actually, and one other person were actually our only viewers of the night, but the other person was not speaking.
There's only one person here right now.
So I don't know if that maybe is that one person or
yes, it's Nellie.
It's you, Nellie. Okay.
Haha, yes, girl. Serving is the best money.
It is, especially if you're decent at it. It's the best money that I can make right now. A lot of people complain at work. They're like, "Oh, I'm not making any money. I'm not this or that." It's like, well, do your job. You know, if you were good at your job, if you cared, and maybe you'd make more money. That's the thing. And it is kind of a kiss butt job. You kind of gotta, you know, hey, how you doing? You just gotta put that little facade on and be like, oh my God, everything's great.
Nellie said, oh, you can end if you want to.
Oh, it's okay. No, I'm talking with you. Anyways, not doing much. We are done though. This is the canvas. It is done. I just need to take some photos of it and all that good stuff and probably put some links. Probably not tonight. I'm not going to do links. I'm not going to have Caden do that tonight because it is a school night.
It's 10:30.
I'm blessed that he's here with me and able to, he's caught up on his schoolwork and ahead, so
Nellie said we can video.
Yeah, we can always video chat. Let's go ahead and end this then. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Love you guys. Bye.